Okay, so Simpson's rule. So we're looking at using Simpson's rule for this question. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to state Simpson's rule for you. So this is on the formula sheet. At this point in time, you should be going to the formula sheet and looking at where it is and making sure that I write it correctly. So it's the integral of b over a fx dx is equal to w over 3 bracket f of your first term plus 4 times bracket fx1 plus fx3 plus all of the odd terms. Then we're going to add on 2 of all of the even terms here. So fx2 plus fx4, yada, 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 close that off. Now, the way that we find our width here is it's the width of it is on the x-axis. So you can double check this as well, but otherwise you go the end minus the start divided by the number of strips. Now, this is some easy marks in an exam because all you really need to do is remember how to apply a formula here. So this is one of the goodies. Now, we're going to start off by working out our little table. So I'm going to start by putting an x and then an fx. Okay, so if we're going to be this function, area of a road, cut between here, between 0 to 8, I'm sure somewhere it tells us that there's 4 strips. Can't see it in the question right now, but I've got it written in my book, so that must be true somewhere. So to work out the W, the length of each width, we do the 8 minus the 0 divided by, where does it say 4 strips? With 4 strips, there it is, happy days, divided by 4. So that means each strip is going to have a length of 2. So that means that I can just use skip counting from 0 and go up in 2s until I hit the number 8. So 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, perfect. Now, next thing that we're going to do is we're going to substitute these values into this function to find out what f of x is. So for this first one, let's go over here to my calculator. We're going to type it in exactly the way it's written. ln bracket, x in our first case is going to be 0 plus 0.1, close bracket, over 2.1 minus 0 plus 7.1. Execute. So this first one is equal to 6.0. Let's go to 2 places. 0, 0. Now I'm going to go back up to the original function to save some time by just deleting where we had our values of x before. Okay, next one, 5.45. Okay, and now I'm just going to save some time. Instead of showing you how to press all the buttons, I'm just going to pop the answers in there. Okay, so now I've got the weight of all my strips. Now the next thing I need to determine is which one of these things goes where. So I'm just going to write next to it, this is our first one, this is our second, XO, X1, X2, X3, X4, because we've got 4 strips. So now I'm just going to plug these things into here. So this first one here is going to be this one here. So that number's going there. Next, anywhere where I've got odd numbers there, like this one and this one, they're going into this part here. Wherever I've got the even terms, which is this one, and this one, they're going in over here, okay? And then I'll be a happy lady. So let's just chuck that in now. So the integral between 0 to 8 for our function, I'm not writing that again, mainly because it's really hard to make things look neat with this stupid sketch pad. Okay, now we've already done this part, so we know that W is equal to 2. So it'll be 2 over 3 plus, bracket, our original term, which is going to be 6.00 plus 4 times 5.45 plus 1.96, close bracket, plus 2 of the even terms, 3.77 plus 0.10, close the bracket, and then we just chuck this straight in our calculator. So 2 over 3, bracket, 6 plus 4, bracket, 5.45 plus 1.96, close bracket, plus 2 times 3.77 plus 0.1, execute, and we get our answer of 28.92. Now we have to put units squared, but not units squared. We've actually got a measurement here. It's in meters, so this will be meters squared. So the area underneath the curve using Simpson's rule with 4 strips is 28.92 meters squared.